Good morning, CC families. This is Cycle 1, Week 13, what we did in class. So just a quick review. We started with geography, as we always do. And sorry, this has Syria circled on it. Be quiet. I don't know if you guys can hear them. Okay, so we're doing Western Africa. We have the Atlantic Ocean over here. We have our Senegal River. It's our smaller river. So the Senegal River is the smaller. The Niger River makes an N shape. The Sahara Desert is right here, and the Ivory Coast. We make a little star right there for our Ivory Coast. So review: Atlantic Ocean, Senegal River, it's smaller. Niger River makes an N. Ivory Coast makes a star shape, and the Sahara Desert. Western Africa geography. Great. Okay, so then we did the Kush mined gold along the Nile River from 2000 BC to AD 350. The Berbers traded gold, iron, and salt in the desert. And for that one, we just did a clapping rhythm because it was really easy to do that with. Review for Latin is our Latin noun cases. So we paid sparkle, and it was nominative, subject, genitive, possessive, dative, indirect, object, accusative, direct object, ablative object of the preposition. For our English compound prepositions, we did according to, in addition to, except for, in front of, out of, instead of. So out of, like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Instead of, like we're pushing it away. Except for, like an X. In addition to is our addition sign. And according to. So those are compound because we use several words together to have a preposition. Compound prepositions. Next, what are some parts of the geosphere? Some parts of the geosphere are, I can't even remember what we did for this. I think we just went through it, and I don't even remember. It seems like it was so long ago. It wasn't. So the parts of the geosphere are core, mantle, crust, geosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere. Did I do that? Core, mantle, crust, hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere. I don't know what I said the first time. Core, mantle, crust, hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere. So those are the parts of the geosphere. Age of exploration. So we're pretending we're at the stern of a ship. So age of exploration, circa 1400 to circa 1600. Prince Henry founds the School of Navigation. Slave trade in Africa. We're going to draw down like with our hand, what Africa looks like, the continent. Slave trade in Africa. Gutenberg, so this is our G hand. Gutenberg's printing press, so we're just pressing it down. Gutenberg's printing press. And then Songhai, we're going to point to our ear for gold. Songhai in Africa. The Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia. So anytime that we have royalty, we do the sash. So we have Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia on your hips. So Tsar Ivan the Great of Russia. And then we have our Spanish conquistadors. So we're taking our cape and we're pulling it around our shoulders and we're clasping it. So they had long capes that they would wear. Spanish conquistadors. Oh, I'm sorry. The Spanish Inquisition. This is the Spanish Inquisition sign. It's also for the Spanish conquistadors in the Americas. We use the same. But this one is the Spanish Inquisition. So I apologize. So sorry, you guys. Liquid equivalents. We did our liquid equivalents of 8 fluid ounces equals 1 cup, 2 cups equals 1 pint, 2 pints equals 1 quart, 4 quarts equals 1 gallon. And I did the kingdom of gallon. So if you're not sure what that is, you can have your kiddos show it to you. I think they'll be able to do it. It's in the kingdom of gallon. There were 4 queens of the court. Each queen of the court had 2 pint-sized princesses. Each pint-sized princess had a teacup kitten, and each teacup kitten drank 8 fluid ounces of milk every day. So that helps us to go back and to remember all the different measurements. And it's kind of a cute way to do it. Great artists, we had Giotto or Giotto or Giotto, however you want to say it. Maybe it's a double T. Yeah, Giotto. Some great resources on YouTube if you want to look into him a little bit more. I know in our class, Jennifer pointed out that kind of like why we study him is because he was the beginning of the Renaissance movement. He really took that idea of a three-dimensional form, of having people in a perspective, the perspective of a person in front of something else, or the landscape or the foreground versus the background. So he was one of the first to really kind of hone into that. So there's, like I said, great resources, some videos on YouTube if you want to go down that rabbit hole. And then for science, we're talking about seasons, we're talking about earth science. We read Psalms 24:1, which just talks about how that the earth belongs to the Lord, and everything that's in it is all his creation. And so we're just focusing on earth science, and by diving in and studying about earth science, we get a glimpse of the creator of earth and of God's creation. We talked about the earth circling around the sun and rotating on its axis, how its precise degree of 23.5 degrees on that axis is what allows us to have life. And that creator is the one who placed it there like that. We're the only planet in the solar system at that angle. Everybody else is either this way or this way. So it's just so fascinating as you deeper into all of that study. We also talked about placer ores and mining, and so we will continue with that, and we'll continue talking about geologists and those different things throughout the next 6 weeks, and about earth and earth science. So I hope you guys have a great week. If you have any questions at all, let me know. Remember, we are doing a map challenge, so we're working towards getting another collective number of 1,000 maps for the entire CC group. Next week's presentation is if you want to memorize a poem. So if you want to get started on that, you're welcome to. Again, it's a suggestion, so don't feel like you have to do it. And family presentation is us. So we will see you. Bye.